both the Pennsylvania and the Arizona testimonies. It wasn't just me, but multiple doctors and even patients at both of those recently about their experiences with COVID or the vaccine. But it's both senators and members of the House of Representatives of those states that want to understand what went wrong, what they need to do as next steps, and how can they do better in the future if there's another pandemic. We know that former NIAID Director Anthony Fauci, Bill Gates, Tedros of the WHO, and new vaccine frontman Peter Hotez down at Baylor in Houston, they are all predicting with great enthusiasm there's going to be another pandemic, worse than COVID, another respiratory virus pandemic. So if this is the case, we ought to be ready. All of these guys appear to be in on it. You know, Hotez has turned very quiet now since our research found out that he was in 2015 working with the Chinese on biodefense projects against SARS-CoV-2. So he was actually in on this whole thing all the way along. And he was on CNN pretending like he was trying to field this new unexpected virus. He saw this coming years ahead of time because he was working on it.
Wow. Are these guys telling us what this respiratory virus will be like compared to COVID? The death rate? Are they giving a timeline on anything?
I think it's likely going to be very similar to COVID. You know who has a whole library of these is Peter Daszak. He leads the EcoHealth Alliance. That was the go-between between Ralph Baric and Chapel Hill when they basically invented SARS-CoV-2, the prototype in 2015 and published it. He had a grant with the NIH. They just released it to him. And in the grant, he's going to do more development work on bat coronaviruses as this NGO that gets NIH grants. Instead of going to Wuhan, Peter Daszak is now going to Singapore, is going to work with Duke University in Singapore, but on more bat coronaviruses with the goal of he wants to hold these library of viruses that could be, in a sense, biological threats, and then have countermeasures, monoclonal antibodies, therapeutics, and vaccines, and in a sense, make his NGO powerful. We learned this actually from whistleblower Andrew Huff, who's come out. He used to work for Peter Daszak. Peter Daszak needs to be called before Congress, just like Bourla, Ralph Baric, Collins, Fauci. They need to come, and we need to learn how they all work together to create SARS-CoV-2. They got the whole world sick because of their experiments.